Well, hey, good people. Miss Sunshine here. I'm here today bringing you a whole bunch of love, light, and sunshine, as always. Wow. Oh, man, it's so crazy. When I started getting ready to do this video, it was cloudy, it was an overcast, and I decided to still put my flaps down on my dome so I could get some air circulating through. There were delays in me starting the video and I couldn't figure it out, but as I got myself situated, and I never worry about anything, any delay or anything, because it's always for a reason. Confirmation, thank you. And this delay, as soon as I got ready to um, press record, the sun came out like out of nowhere. It's been raining down here. Look, down here in these parts, it's been raining, overcast, or whatever. So it's kind of cool that, I haven't posted for a couple days or whatever, been a little busy. But as soon as I get ready to press record, you hear all the birds and the sun is shining. So that's a sign in itself that, regardless of anything, regardless of what stage you're at or what's going on in your life, if it's a cloudy day or whatever the case may be, at any point in time, that sun can and will come out. I don't know who needs to hear that today, but trust and believe. I don't know how you guys are feeling, all that energy that was built up, it's making sense, and leaning into it is, you know, allowing for a whole lot of expansion within myself. And people just know I'm going through these things just like you. Just because my name is Miss Sunshine doesn't mean that, everything is always joyous and there's nothing that comes up that I have to manage and filter through. But at this juncture in my life, it's gonna come. But I'm just gonna share it because, like, I wish, like, in my teens, in my 20s, and even in my 30s, there was someone there, like, that I could resonate with. Like, oh, okay, I'm not the only one. Maybe it wouldn't have been as hard. So I'm here just like, phew, letting you know, if nobody else lets you know, it's okay. We're going through this. We're going to get through this. So don't mistake it, because my name's Miss Sunshine, that I don't have to go through. But I'm a walking billboard, as I said before, that you know what I'm saying, if I get to it, I can get through it. Um if my intentions are pure, I'm putting that love out there, and now returning to who I am, it makes it a whole lot easier. I'm now at 53, comfortable in my skin. Well, about 98%. We still got some. Okay. Anyway, moving on. I hope this message finds who it needs to find, when it needs to find you. I'm always certain that it will. You know, um, I'm not for everyone. I'm not supposed to be. Um, I'll enlighten some and trigger others, and some will just be mutual. But either way it goes, it's okay. I'm cool with that. Been talking a whole bunch about a lot of different things, like embracing who you are, all this divinity, all this good stuff. I'm gonna take it back to some of the basics right now in understanding the past, the present, and the future. And when I say that, I'm saying that in a sense of the roles we play at different stages of our life. And it's serious because at different stages of our life, we do play a different role, and sometimes we don't understand the role we play at that particular stage, and we forget the role we played in the previous stage, and we do not yet know the role we're going to play in the future stage. I'm going to break these stages down to you so it can become a little bit clearer in what I'm saying, because, like, I think it kind of hit me because I hadn't, I have these experiences, and you'd have to be there sometimes. But when I step out or whatever, um, I step out a certain way. I step out as who I am authentically. And I have grandchildren. My oldest will be 19 this month. And I just had, one turn 15. So when I'm out and about with my older grandchildren, I run into individuals, and a lot of times I'm asked, am I their mother? And I can understand that. And when I tell them, no, I'm their grandmother, a lot of people say you don't look old enough to be their grandmother. You can take that a lot of different ways, because I don't know how old I'm supposed to be. And then you can see them calculating in their head how old the child is, to how old the child's mother is, to try to calculate my age. So, in saying that, like, if those people saw me at home, I probably didn't have my teeth in, I probably would look like a grandmother, because it's funny, when I had my grandsons, and I put them on a bus. One time their friends told them, because I come out without my teeth in the morning, just getting them on the bus, and I look totally different, as you well know. So from the little kids' perspective, seeing me without my teeth, oh my gosh, yes, you look like a grandmother. But me showing up, just when I pop out or whatever, I may not look the same. So yeah, it may resonate a little bit different. But I'm saying all that before I go through these stages, because it opened my mind up to these different stages that we do go through, and the roles that we play, and the beautiful journey that it is. Okay, so just take a walk with me through this beautiful journey, because in my family, I have my mother, myself, my daughter, and her daughter. It's 4 generations of queens. Some have more, some have less, but there's an importance in this. And there's an importance in the legacy that we can leave, and what we put in this throughout each of these journeys. So take a walk with me. Because, at first you have, I pretty much just jotted down 1, 2, 3, 4 different stages. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 different stages, because it's very important on why I broke these down in just 4 different stages. And you can break them down however you want, but this is my take on it. Okay, agree, disagree, it doesn't matter. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Because a lot of times, if we don't agree, if it doesn't resonate with us, we sort of feel some type of way about it. And it's okay for things not to resonate with you, because it may not be for you. But for someone else that it does resonate for, take what does, okay? So the first stage I wrote down, it was kind of your adolescent and child stage. You know what I'm saying? Before the veil is lifted. That's when you have that free spirit. Like, you live in the moment. You're curious. Have you ever seen a baby or a toddler? Oh my gosh. Sometimes it looks like they're talking to imaginary friends. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they're curious, they want to know more. They don't have the same fears as adults. And they really are living in the moment. Meanwhile, the adult parent, and the environment are putting on to the child their fears and their anxieties. So now all the fears and everything else gained is from the adults, the environment, different children, your environment. That's where the little kid, that's where we as little adolescents and kids, that's where we gain what we're scared of. Don't touch that stove, it's hot. And it very well may be hot. And that may be a lesson we need to learn. I mean, but do you understand what I'm saying? Don't go by that dog. That dog will bite you. Now you're forever scarred by dogs. And warranted. But if you get what I'm saying, whatever the parent's belief is, a parent that has dogs, be cautious of the dog, teaching how to interact with it. If you have dogs in your house, you're teaching your children what you know about those pets, respecting the pets, all it is. If you've been bitten by a dog and now you hate dogs, what are you going to teach the child? So as an adolescent, as that child, we start putting on to them what we know, what we think is right, what we think is best. But before and during this time of their growth, they're being subjected to a lot. Let's say a nature lover. A nature lover would be like, oh, like me, my kids would tell you, don't kill the bugs like that. They're living creatures. A person that's been bitten by a spider or a bug or not outside, they're like, ooh, kill it. So we learn these things as children. Okay? Little kids, toddlers, before that veil is lifted, as I call it, if you know, you know. They know. They know. And our indigo children that have been dropped off here already with this full knowledge, already awakened, you're noticing our 7, 8, 9-year-olds, they're more able to voice their dislikes. But because the veil isn't completely lifted, they're voicing this from a place of purity. And the adults, we've been conditioned a certain way that, you know what I'm saying, we're not realizing these are our children that are seeing this stuff, and how we nurture them matters. So I'm gonna move on, because you'll start understanding as I'm saying these different levels, how they're all going to intertwine. Because even as the child and the adolescent, remember yourself. Remember how it was. Just remember, me, I remember. So I take that and I have a better understanding. But we'll get to that. But we'll get to that. Then you have the second one that I wrote down, because after you get from that 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 baby, that child, that adolescent, now you're going into your teenage years. Now your adolescent years, before you got to your teenage years, was really when you found out that, you know, if I don't listen to what my parents said, I'm not going to die. Yeah, man, we instill a whole lot of things in our children, but they're starting to get into that stage where they're realizing that they have additional thoughts and the capacity to follow through with them without immediate consequence. And when I say without immediate consequence, your child is away from you more, as they get into those adolescent years, because they go to school, they go to camps, they go elsewhere. So the immediate is not from the parent. Okay? Let's get that straight. They know that I may get in trouble for it later, but right now, just because my mom said don't do it, they're now understanding. So now we're getting into those teenage years. We're coming into ourselves now. And as in this lifetime, that's an in between. You're no longer the baby. You're no longer that little adolescent. But now your hormones are changing. So your whole chemistry in your body is changing. For boys, voice getting deeper. For girls, everyone's going into puberty. Everything changes. Now your parents don't understand you. Now you're realizing your thoughts may not align with your parents. And you're not agreeing because of what you're seeing from your viewpoint, from your experiences, from what you know in this lifetime. That's what we base it on. We know better, we can do it. No, but that was back in your day. That's why it's not going to work for you. It's different now. So I can do it this way. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Y'all feel what I'm saying? Because you said the same thing to your parents. But now that your child is saying it to you, oh no. Oh no. And then what happens as the parent? Okay. As the parent, we're trying to prevent the hurt, the pain, the wrong turns, because we know, okay, we went down that door. We know if you open that door, this was going to happen. And because this is where we're flowing from a place of prevention, that's how we're handling our teenagers. A lot of times, and it's from a place of love, but then we're disconnected, and that's how we disconnect with our adolescents too. Because it's not like, okay, we remember and forget at the same time. We remember what it's like to be that age. But now at this age, as the parent, we forget that we have to still have a part of that within us in order to connect with them and understand them and handle them on a different level. If you're my age, it was do because I said so. You didn't get an explanation, because the fuck I said so. Bap, talk back. We didn't get a chance to explain ourselves. Who we challenging? But now the information is out there so much. And when we raised our children, we wanted them to be able to verbalize themselves, because we knew what it felt like not to be heard, then we wanted to give them better. Okay. But then sometimes in the discipline or whatever, because you don't want certain things to happen, you're doing this preventive stuff. That's where the clash happens. Because now the teenager, you don't understand me. It's different. It's okay. So follow me. Now we understand our children, and this is why it's important to have that balance. Because now we understand our children, okay? You understand them at the different stages, but you're learning and you're growing through that. So, like, you're going to your parent, right? And your parent is laughing. You're telling them what this child has done, and they laughing at you. Oh, Lord, I used to tell my mom, why is you laughing? This isn't funny. One of my kids would do something, Lord have mercy, and my mom was my best friend. You know what I'm saying? And I'd call her until we stopped understanding each other. Because she started being a grandmother, and I was still only a mother. So I only understood life from the adolescent child stage. Come on with me now. The teenage stage. Come on with me now. And now the parent stage. But I never understood. I understood my mother from a level of a parenting stage. Like why she had to make certain decisions. And why she may have said certain things to me, and I went to her and had these conversations. Oh, I get it now. Oh my gosh, as a parent. But then when I go to her about something a child did, she laughing. I was like, oh my gosh, I would be so mad. I'd be like, why are you laughing? This is not funny. I'm coming to you. I need some advice. Like, why? Okay. But then when you get to the grandparent stage, now you understand why your mom laughing. Your mom laughing because shit clicking together in her head. It's making sense to her. Now she's trying to remedy, because she can see the situation from a grandma standpoint. Now you can see the situation, oh my gosh, from a parenting standpoint, from a teenage standpoint, a young adult, let's say young adult, because I didn't mean to leave y'all out. The young adult, the teenage stage, the adolescent stage, and a little child, baby stage. And I get it now, because like, your role at every stage, the sooner you figure out that there's a role at every stage, the earlier on, if you can figure that out earlier on, you can make such an impact, not only with the younger, but with the older, and bridging that gap of the level of understanding, because it doesn't, okay. Oh shit. I ain't even want to say it like that. Everyone's not always going to be on the same accord from generation to generation. Most of the time, no one is on the same page at the same time. So the more generations you have, the more it's going to be, not every single one is aligned the same way. But we all have a role, and the sooner we're realizing some of these things, some of these gaps can be like brought down. Because check it out, where my mom was laughing when I called her, I would do the same with my daughter as she was raising her children, and my son, and it clicked with me then. She wasn't laughing at me. She was laughing, and that's how I finally understood. She was laughing at the the deja vu in it. And I laugh because in that deja vu moment, what do I want to bring to the table? Because my presence matter. The impact I have matters. Even how I show up with my mother now, because I'm getting it. I'm getting it. And we have to grow at each one of these stages, whether you're a female or a male. Because if you're a male, I mean, the same thing goes for y'all too. Because you can have these generations of men. And we can speak on that as well, you know. But I'm saying this, you know, it doesn't have to just be the females. These are males too. But since I'm not a dude, I can't speak on how to be a man. But I am telling you, it all resonates the same on the level of energy. How you show up, it matters. Male, female. So this is not gender bias. You don't have to be a woman. You don't have to be a man. It does not matter. Showing up at these levels does. And now at the level of grandparent, now people expect you to show up a certain way. I mean, they really do. I don't know. My grandchildren call me Gia, grandma in action. And if I don't do anything else, I show up. And I don't even have to put it out to anyone how I show up, what I do, but what's understood doesn't even have to be spoken. But what I'm able to see at this level is that it matters. I mean, life has a way of providing clarity to you after going through these stages. And if you're lucky, by the time you're reaching some of these stages, you'll be able to, the other stages to make sense. But I'm hoping that it makes sense before you reach your grandparent stage or the end of your grandparent stage, your great grandparent stage, because we need all of us out here. It takes a village. But in this village, it is about learning oneself, reconnecting to oneself. I don't care what stage you're at. I teach my grandsons 7, 9. You feel me? As kings. I've always treated my grandchildren, they're kings and queens from yay high. And that's the behavior I expect. And, you know, coming into myself and learning who I am passing this on to these generations. How to love yourself, how to get in touch with yourself. You know, the conditioning is going to keep happening, and, you know, being rooted in this is who I am, and understanding these levels, hoping that it makes a difference on these different levels. Like, seriously, because it's such a beautiful journey. And then sometimes our growth, it stagnizes. It stops at the stage of wherever we were hurt. Like if our little kid, you know, that little kid in you that was hurt, you don't get out and experience things. You got to grow up quicker, you know what I'm saying, than you're supposed to. We're in a society of that because of your environment, because of, you know, your surroundings. Outside influences are, you know, we growing up quicker, so sometimes we're missing out on these different stages. And once you do this healing and that inner child knows now that it is a safe space, it can come out to play. But what I'm hoping Like, and I've always told my daughter, even if we don't agree with, my message is the same. I'm trying to get you to miss this so you can get back to yourself sooner. So you can see who you really are. So that we can put this and pass this on to our children, knowing this hurt is still here. And sometimes now, as a grandparent, as my children, seeing what being a parent is really about, now they're understanding. And now they're understanding from what I spoke into them. Now they're seeing it. Now, whether they agree, disagree, because you can have it to where your children are, I don't like you, you didn't. But when they have children or whatever, and I ain't saying all this, I always told my kids, my daughter, from the age of 13 to 18, you may not like me, but you'll understand it later. And it's such a blessing to get to a stage where my children are coming back to me as being parents, letting me know, oh, yeah, I was listening, I heard you, but now it makes sense. Thank you, Mama. Thank you. And I'm able to go to my children and be like, hey, I fucked up and wasn't, at my level I need to be when I did XYZ, and I apologize. I apologize for the trauma I caused you, because I knew that was an unhealed version of me. Because sometimes my children will come to me, and when their kids are doing something, they're expecting me to react a certain way, because maybe I would have reacted that way in my 20s. But I ain't in my 20s, and I've learned so much. And, they may get mad. Well, that ain't what you would have said. And see, that's when children don't understand that the parent has been able to grow. And what I knew then is not what I know now. So I cannot act like I acted then. I am not that person. And maybe that's what caused some of my additional trauma, because I wasn't healed. And being raw and real to your children, letting them know, hey, I'm not perfect. I'm still learning and growing. And as I learn and grow, I want to pass this information on to you. So even if the pain happens, you may have a different understanding, a different perspective of what is going on. And I am a walking billboard of blessings and miracles, because that's just what my life is. And trials and strife and confusion. It's all this beautiful journey. But what I'm saying, we have all these generations of kings and queens. And see, now I can even understand when my daughter is going to her children, whether they're the adolescents, whether they're the teenagers, whether they're the young adults. I can see her birthday is a day before mine, so I spit her out. She's my alter ego. When your parents be like, you gonna get one just like you. Well, the universe is funny, because everyone in my life shows me a different version of me and the decisions I've made in my life. And everyone has their own little movie, but it's so cool because I can see even when she goes to her teenage daughter. And now I'm talking to the teenage daughter as the grandmother, and how my mother is talking to her as the great grandmother. It's such a beautiful, chaotic life. And I love it because we need everybody. But I'm trying to be the one. Oh my gosh, because of what I know, because of what I see, it's so beautiful. And we can miss out. And we can miss out because we're not healed. We're not healed. We haven't gone inside. We haven't had the ability to. If you're a parent, we don't have time. When do we have the time? Vaughn, when am I supposed to heal? In between the basketball game, going to work, doing the laundry, cleaning the house? When, Vaughn? All I'm going to say, if you don't make time, the universe will make time for you. Either you do it. I mean, I'm just saying. And I don't know how you have to do it. I'm not coming here with the whole rule book, but what I am saying, while you going through it, remember before I said those memories make moment, each moment makes it's an experience that creates a memory. Yeah, each moment is an experience that creates a memory. And what I'm looking back on, even what I thought were flaws, everything is coming together as I'm growing into myself unapologetically. And I'm trying to get it out to y'all. You feel my energy? It's hot. That's Miss Sunshine. I cannot dim it. I had somebody like, they think it's additives that make me this way. No, this is how I am. This is me. This is me. You know what I'm saying? So, like, even before individuals know my name, my energy, me, I speak for, I breathe this. It's love, it's energy, and I'm bringing it to you guys. And every role you play, whether you're the sister, the brother, the uncle, the aunt, the grandmother, this goes on every level. Just because I just talked about those four, and each one of those levels, you are an additional. You're a son to someone, you're a father to someone, you're an uncle, you're an aunt, you're a grandmother, you're a mother, you're a sister, you're a brother, you're a cousin. On each one of these levels, it really does matter. And then even if we remember what the previous level, let's incorporate that. Let's not take that away. We're so busy trying to prevent it that we're not encompassing it wholly. We have conditions. Now, this is unconditional love we dishing out around these parts, and a level of such understanding with boundaries. You have to immerse yourself in it. I'm out playing with that. Gia, grandma in action. For one, because I get the ability to do it. I've always done it. Now my inner child is like, it's safe. If y'all see me out there and y'all older than me and y'all younger than me, get up off me, because I don't care. If I'm in my truck, well, you see all my friends in my truck, my music, there's no telling what my playlist gonna have on it. Might be a little rap, might be a little gospel, might be inspirational. It does not matter. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Because you don't know me. And you don't know my story. You don't know who I am. And quite perfectly, go ahead and judge me. Go ahead. Go ahead. Because you're going to do it anyway. But I'm not going to stop. I'm going to show up. So people that know me, people that don't know me, you do have to embrace this. You do have to know these memories. My inner child is like, but if you know me, you know I've always had a banging system in my vehicle. I've always made sure, you know what I'm saying, I showed up. This is the first time you will see like me not like, woo. If you know, OCD got me, but you know, I love how I show up. And it's not for anybody else. This is for me. I love how I look. I love my body. I love my mind. I love my soul. I love every inch of me. And because I do have this second chance at life, I'm going to show up 100%. Don't let something tragic happen in your life to where you embrace that moment of showing up. It's okay. All of this is okay. Show up. It matters. You know what I'm saying? Even on great grandparents, it matters. Even understanding that, you know. So I hope, I pray, you know what I'm saying? At each level, I am granted the ability to show up, to love. You know what I'm saying? I showed y'all my other bracelet I had. I don't have it anymore because my granddaughter has it. But my one granddaughter, and she was making this in front of her friends, she made me an ankle bracelet. And if you see it, it says Miss Sunshine. And I think as she was making it, the girls around her were like, why you call your granny that? She was like, I don't call her that. That's her name. And just the fact that, you know what I'm saying, that's love. My queen is my queen, and my queens are my queens. My kings are my kings. How we show up matters. They're watching, they're learning, they're listening. Even on your bad days, that's where they're getting the information on conflict resolution, not what you tell them, what you're doing, your whole essence. I had a kid tell me, you remember when such and such said such and such happened? Then why are they hanging? Why are they doing that now? The kid don't forget. Oh, even when you think they're not listening, they are. They're taking it in, and consistency is everything. How you're showing up for them, how you're showing up for yourself. It all starts with yourself, because if you're not able to show up for yourself and heal the inner child, you're too busy trying to fix them. You don't have to fix them. Once you fix you, it'll all make sense. Then you'll know what part of their inner child ain't being able to have that opportunity to come out. Since you're letting yours come out, you will most definitely let theirs come out. You know what I'm saying? As a teenager, the shit you heal within yourself, now you're not just trying to fix it. Now you're not trying to prevent it from them, it happening to them. Now you're showing up with your healed version, able to hear them and have a safe space for them to come. These kids is coming to us in our hurt versions, and we're giving our hurt versions to them. We need to stop. We're giving our parents our hurt versions because they hurt us. That's what we doing. But once you start embracing you and healing you, you don't have to fix it. You just show up. Be authentically you. Your intention's straight. This ain't half-ass. No, I'm serious, because a lot of us ain't even trying to do the work, but we putting them projections out there. No, this is real deal work. Heal. That's all you have here. And it's not even healing. Let them. Give yourself a safe space. I keep saying healing now. Give yourself that safe space. Let yourself know it is the fuck okay. Whatever age you're at. And hopefully, if we're doing it at certain ages, we can be that one for the other generations. Whether it's our generation, the older generation, the younger generation, just showing up. If you the younger generation, you know what I'm saying? How good it feels for them to have someone showing up, healed, in touch with giving themselves that space. I ain't even saying they're gonna agree all the time, because you still have all these other outside influences. You still have other individuals still in their ear, but your consistency, it pays off. I'm going to tell you what I know. My queen that made this is 15. I've been there from day one. She knows who I am. She knows my level that I show up. And she also knows my pain. She been around since, man, when I ain't had nothing, and just being real, allowing her to see me vulnerable too. Because it happens. But in such a way as a queen would show up. Going outside the norm. See, I feel like I'm preaching. I'm going to have to stop this because it's too long. Anyway, it's going to be a whole nother message. But embrace wherever you are at. Embrace wherever you are at. You feel me? And show up, because it's a reason. It's so much you can bring to the table. But it's so much for yourself that you will find it freeing to be able to show up like that. Showing up as that version that's giving yourself that safe space allows you to show up for individuals in a totally different capacity. Whether they agree with you or not, you will see. Don't give up. Keep going, y'all. Keep going. If you're younger, hey, I got y'all too. I understand. If you're my age, I get it. If you're older, I totally get it. Much respect. If I can only make it. But anyway, guys, wow. Okay, that was intense. So I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to stop right there because I can just go further. But anyway, if you made it to the end of this message, I thank you. As always, I love the views. I love the likes. I love the shares. I just love it reaches whoever it needs to reach whenever it does. I just want, even if it's one person, just one person that resonates with this, one is always enough. And whatever stage you are, it's not easy. There's no book to this. And if no one has told you today that they love you, hey, you know, Miss Sunshine, I love you. I love you with my whole heart. You see, look, it's hot out here. We down south. You see the sun then came out. I'm sweating. I felt like a preacher getting it. No, okay, I quit. Because I could be a comedian too, but we're not even going to do that right now. But I love you guys. And you matter. If no one has told you, you matter. Keep going. Keep going. You got this. This message reached you as like, just keep going. It's okay. They don't understand. It's okay. It's okay. All right, guys. Yeah, this, I'm high strung. As always, I'm going to leave you with a whole bunch of love, light, and sunshine, guys. Make the best of it. Oh, you see my pen? It's a heart. Oh, anyway, I love you guys. Till we meet again, be safe.